We used to look at each other across the crib and think everything was perfect. Our son had just been born. He was healthy, he was beautiful, and we were so in love with him and with each other. Those first months felt like a dream. We were exhausted, yes, but it was the good kind of exhausted. The kind where you cannot stop smiling even when you are falling asleep. We talked about our future, about who he would become, about family holidays and birthday parties, and all the ordinary beautiful moments we could not wait to live. We were a team. We were so sure we were a team. Then came the assessments, the developmental pediatrician, the psychologist, the endless questionnaires, and then the word we had been half expecting and never truly ready for: autism. And everything changed. Not overnight, but slowly, like a tide coming in. Suddenly we had appointments we had never had before, therapies to research, schools to advocate for, and somewhere in all of that noise, we stopped being just a couple and became two people managing a crisis. We were not fighting, not exactly, but we were not connecting either. We were two exhausted parents running on different tracks, chasing the same goal, but never stopping to ask if the other person was okay. We would come home from work, and one of us would be dealing with a meltdown while the other was making dinner. And we would pass each other like ships in the night. We stopped having real conversations. The only things we talked about were logistics: who was picking up our son, who had the therapy appointment, who needed to call the school. It was all surface, all function, no connection. The years that followed were hard in ways we had not imagined. Our son had sensitivities that made simple things like grocery shopping feel impossible. He could not sleep through the night until he was 5, and one of us was always up with him. The sensory overload, the meltdowns, the constant vigilance. And underneath all of that was a question neither of us could answer. Are we doing enough? Are we doing it right? We started to feel like we were failing, not just as parents, but as partners. We stopped asking each other how the day was. We stopped touching. We stopped laughing together. We were just two people keeping a household running. Some nights we would eat dinner in silence, both of us scrolling on our phones, not because we wanted to be alone, but because we did not know how to reach each other anymore. The love was still there, we knew that, but it felt buried under layers of exhaustion and stress and resentment we did not even know we were carrying. When our son entered secondary school, the stress reached a peak we had not expected. New environment, new routines, new pressures. The transition was hard for him and therefore hard for us. We were constantly on edge, waiting for something to go wrong, and it did. There were meltdowns at school, calls from teachers, meetings we had not planned. We were running on empty. And then, one night, it happened. We both broke down. Not at the same time, but one after the other. And in that moment, when we were both crying in our kitchen at midnight, we realized we could not keep going like this. We were not just burnout from parenting, we were burnout from each other. We had forgotten that we were still a couple. And we had to find our way back. The first thing we did was acknowledge that this was real. We sat down and said the words out loud: "We are struggling," not because we were bad parents or bad partners, but because this is hard. And saying it out loud changed something. We stopped pretending everything was fine. And that honesty became the foundation of how we moved forward together. We also started therapy, just the two of us, and that helped us see patterns we had fallen into without realizing. The therapist helped us understand that we were not enemies. We were allies who had just lost our way. That was a powerful realization. The first practical thing we implemented was what we call our 15-minute check-in. Every evening after our son was asleep, we would sit together for just 15 minutes. No phones, no talking about appointments or therapies or school, just us. We would ask each other one simple question: what was the hardest part of your day? And we would actually listen. Not fix, not problem solve, just listen. This sounds small, but it was everything. It reminded us that we were still the same people who had fallen in love. Reminded us that we were on the same side. Sometimes we would just sit on the couch and hold hands. And that was enough. That physical connection, even just holding hands, brought something back that we had been missing for years. The second practical thing we did was split the load in a way that actually worked for both of us. Before, we were both doing everything, which meant neither of us was doing anything well. We sat down and made a clear list of who handled what. One of us managed the medical appointments and therapy schedules. The other handled school communications and homework support. We each had ownership of different pieces, which meant we could actually relax when it was not our turn. And we stopped asking each other to guess what needed to be done. We learned to trust that the other person had it handled. That trust rebuilt something we had lost. We also agreed that when one of us was struggling, the other would step in without being asked. That did not mean we had to fix anything, but we had each other's back without question. The third practical thing that saved us was scheduling one thing just for us every single month. It did not have to be big. Sometimes it was a coffee at a cafe after our son was at school. Sometimes it was a drive to the beach just to sit and watch the water. Once it was a whole day trip to a town we had never visited, just to walk around and eat lunch somewhere new. We made it non-negotiable, not optional, not if we had time, scheduled. And we protected that time fiercely, because we learned that you cannot pour from an empty cup. We had to be okay ourselves before we could be good parents to our son. And being okay meant staying connected to each other. These monthly dates became something we looked forward to, and they reminded us why we had gotten married in the first place. These three things, the check-in, the split load, and the monthly date, did not fix everything overnight. We still had hard days, we still disagreed, we still got frustrated with each other, but we stopped drifting. We started rowing in the same direction again. We remembered that we were not just parents of an autistic child. We were still a couple who had chosen each other, and we chose each other again, every single day. We learned to ask for help from each other without guilt. We learned to say thank you for the small things. We learned that marriage is not a destination, it is a daily choice, and some days you have to choose it more consciously than others. Looking back now, I can see how easy it is to lose yourself in the marathon of raising a neurodivergent child. The appointments, the therapies, the advocacy, the battles, it is all-consuming. And the relationship that started it all, the one that made your family, gets pushed to the side. We learned that the hard way. But we also learned that it is never too late to come back. It takes honesty, it takes effort, and it takes practical tools. But you can find each other again. You can be partners in this journey, not just co-managers of a household. You can remember that you are still the same people who fell in love, even if that love looks different now than it did 10 years ago. And it can be deeper, more resilient, more real than ever before. If you are watching this and you feel that distance creeping in, I want you to know that you are not alone. It happens to the best of us. And it does not mean your relationship is broken. It means you are human and you are tired and you need to look at each other again. Ask for help if you need it. Be honest about how hard it is. And do not forget that the person beside you is going through the same thing. You are on the same team. Always remember that you are on the same team. Your child needs you to be united, and you need each other to stay united. So, take a moment tonight to ask your partner how they are really doing, and really listen to the answer. If this video resonates with you, please subscribe to our channel. We share what we actually lived every week for families just like yours. We see you, and you are doing an incredible job. Now, I want to take you back to when our son was born. Those early days were filled with so much hope and joy. We were young parents, in love, dreaming about our future. We had no idea what was coming, and that is okay. We could not have known. But what I can tell you is that even when the journey got hard, even when we lost each other along the way, we found our way back, and you can too. The relationship between the two of you is the heartbeat of your family. Take care of it, nurture it, because your child needs two parents who are connected and strong, and so do you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.